me ask you something. How many times did you start over for 2025? If that was you, that's okay, because that was me too. I just thought if I started over, that would be the answers to my prayers. Well, I was wrong. How about this? Have you ever thought just for 1 second that maybe you didn't have to start over, but instead you just had to continue? Hey babes, it's your favorite teen, and I'm back with another video. I'm back with another episode of With the Babes We Chat. Welcome to 2026. I'm so happy to be seeing you guys this year, and I don't want to keep you guys waiting. So without further ado, let's get into the episode. Big 2026 is here. The new year has started, and y'all all know what that means. New year, new me. That is what everybody is saying. That's what everybody's thinking. I need to restart. I need to refresh. I need to do things different this year, which is amazing. But there are some things that we do that do not need to end or be made new. There are some things that we just need to learn how to continue and push on and push forward. Quick story time. So as y'all know, I'm recording this series With the Babes We Chat. I have been very inconsistent when it comes to my YouTube and this series especially. I was thinking about what I could do this year to change things up on my YouTube, and I came across this TikTok, and this girl was like, I made this series and this series is what blew up my YouTube and da-da-da. And then I was thinking to myself, and I'm like, well, maybe I should make a new series. Maybe I should make something new that can blow up like that, so then my YouTube could be great. And then I sat there with the thought, and then God had to check me real quick, and he's like, but I gave you this idea for a reason. I didn't give you this idea just so you could throw it away a couple months later or in the new year. I gave you this idea, and I need you to stick to it, and I need you to be consistent with it, because this is what's going to get you where you need to be. And it was an eye-opener, because I'm like, yeah, you know what? Sometimes I get ahead of myself and I just want that one thing to stick so badly. So with that, I decided, you know what, God, you're right. I am going to take my time. I'm going to sit with this series that I've started, and I'm going to stick with this series that I've started, because I truthfully do love this series. And when I was planning it, you guys should have seen how excited I was, and the thought that I was ready to throw it away because I wanted some instant gratification is insane to me. Like, I don't even know what I was thinking. How many things have you started that you've never finished? I am the biggest person. I'm so guilty when it comes to that. There's a bunch of things that I start that I never finish, which isn't always a bad thing. I feel like when you try new hobbies, you try new things, not everything is gonna stick, and that's okay. But sometimes we leave things quickly because we want things to benefit us instantly, especially in the world that we live in now, where everything is so fast-paced. We always want that instant gratification, and what happens when you don't get it? You give up and you just move on to the next thing. If we're constantly in survival mode, you are going to not stick with something that's not working instantly for you, because you're just desperately trying to find something that works. Instead of restarting, keep going. Results take work. I have never once started a new job and instantly got in there and was like, yeah, I got this. I know everything. I know how this machine works. I know how this works. Like, no, I've gotten into all of my jobs that I've started, and I believe I've had about 6 jobs now. I have gotten into each one of them on my first day, and I was as lost as ever could be. But you know what? I learned, and it took me months. It took me even years to fully understand how systems would work, how things would work. I recently just started a new job, and y'all, when I tell you guys, I was excited, on the moon. I was just so thankful. I was just so ready. I was, you know what I'm saying? I was excited. I was on the moon. Y'all, I want to say first week of my job, I was ready to call it quits. I was ready to call it quits, because I was like, this is not what I signed up for. This is not what I was expecting. Like, I did not expect to go into this job and have to learn about insurances, go into this job and have to learn how to apply insurances, how to ship orders, how to do this, how to do, like, it was just a lot of stuff that I was not expecting. And so when I got there, and I was just like, this is a lot. And I don't know if I'm prepared for this. I don't know if I can ever learn this. I don't know. Like, I was just doubting myself, constantly doubting. And I'm like, there's no way that I'll be able to do this job. Y'all, the next week came around. I was like, you know what? But God gave me this job. I've been begging for a job for months. God gave me this job. So I'm going to sit here and I'm going to learn it. Fast forward to now. Even, like I said, a week later, I went in. I don't know what it was. I think God just knew my heart. I went in on that Monday and he was like, I know you've been panicking, but today you gonna go in there and you can walk in like you own it. That Monday I went in there, I just felt at ease. I was calm. I felt good. And I was like, you know what? I'm just gonna take this step by step. That day I had my general manager with me and she went over everything step by step. She actually gave me a playbook. And so I went in that Monday, that Saturday's when she gave me that. I went in that Monday and I was like, you know what? I got this. I got a little cheat sheet. I can talk to people. I know what to say. I could do all the works. And y'all, when I tell you, I went in there and I did my thing. I felt so good because I finally, something clicked. And it's because I stayed in it. I kept working. I kept putting in the effort. I kept putting in the time and I got it, you guys. And just think of it as clocking in. To gain money, you got to put in those hours. So if you're trying to be good, if you're trying to be successful, if you're trying to be this big name, if you're trying to have a successful business, you got to put in the hours. You got to put in the time. You have to do the research. Everything takes time, but with time comes great results. Now, if you don't know me by now, then you know that I resort to the one and only God, my faith completely. And, you know, he gives examples countless times about mustard seed, watering seeds, planting. Jesus talked in parables about planting for I don't even know how many times. But what I'm here to say is that when you plant a seed, it is better to water that seed and help it to grow, nourish the seed, allow it to have time to get stronger than to uproot that plant before it has time to bear fruit. If you just take the time to stay a little bit longer, if you take the time to have faith and say, you know what, God, it's getting really tough right now. I don't know where I'm gonna find this. I don't know how I'm gonna do this. I don't know exactly what to say, when to say it, when to do it, but I'm asking you to guide me. And it's crazy because something that I wrote in my my vision board for 2026 is that it's not going to be easy. It's not going to make sense. You won't be able to do it all by yourself. And it's supposed to be that way. Where's God's glory gonna fit in if you're doing everything yourself? If you're able to do everything by yourself successfully, where's the room for God's glory? There's a reason that God gives us an idea. It's not because we're going to be just the best at it instantly, but he knows that if we give it time and if we allow him the time to help us grow, that it can be so successful and that it can make us so successful. And I feel like I say this all the time, but I just say it because I wholeheartedly mean it, that the Lord doesn't give you anything that he doesn't think you can't handle. And so when there are certain things that are tearing you down, think of it as you're getting closer. You need to be able to give it enough time. And the more troubles that you're going through, allow that to be a learning tool. Learn from those mistakes, learn from the struggles, learn how to be still. I feel like we're moving a lot of times, and we want to be like, you know what, this is going on, so this is what I need to do. Sometimes it's okay to just be still and say, God, you know what, take over, because I don't know what to do next. If you need to just wait and God say, you know what, just wait, don't do nothing, just wait, then just wait, because greater things are coming to those who wait and to those who keep being persistent. Trust me when I say I know how it feels to want to just have one thing that you can finally say, you know what, I did that. And I'm still working on that. You might look at me and be like, well, you know what, who are you to come and tell me what to do? Look at your page, look at your stuff. I'm not seeing anything great. But you know what, this was a message that I've been given. This was a message that I've been receiving. This is a message that I feel is for 2026, and I'm giving it on to you. And I know that the Lord is telling us that we need to lock in and we need to stay strong in ideas he's given us, because those were meant for us to be successful. And if we could just wait, and if we could just be patient while putting in the work, that we will gain the fruits of our labor. But we have to be consistent and persistent, and we have to be patient. Patience is key, and it's easier said than done, trust me. But when we are praying, we can't forget to work at the same time. Sometimes we have a bunch of prayers and then there's no work to it, and it's like, well, you keep asking me but you're not doing anything. We gotta do both. We gotta do both. And I'm preaching to me right now. I'm talking to me right now, because I'm like, girl, all them times you've been asking God to grow your YouTube, and you posted how many times last year? Yeah, I think I posted like 24 to 26 times last year. I started my channel in January last year.
Yeah, boy.
No excuses. That was unacceptable. This year, I ain't come to play with any of my ideas that I have, and neither should you. So let me ask you this: for 2026, are we restarting or are we continuing? I'll see you in the next one. Bye, babes.
You're falling, but you don't wanna fall too hard.